Good day, everyone. This is me again, Jomar, and I am here to give my take regarding the new task given to us by our professor in Mindanao history subject. And this is our task number 4. This task is actually related to our task number 2, which challenged us to explore more about the Bangsamoro people. And this time, I'll be focusing more on the Bangsamoro organic law as a solution to the socio-economic, political, and cultural issues, particularly in Muslim Mindanao. Lenses like functionalist perspective and conflict theory are used as ground in analyzing this issue. Republic Act number 11054, also known as Bangsamoro Organic Law. This is a product of more than a decade peace agreement between the Philippine government and Moro Islamic Liberation Front, which actually faced multiple amendments and revisions and was signed by our President Rodrigo Roa Duterte last July 2018. For what purpose? Of course, to address the call of the Bangsamoro people for self-determination and cultural identity. But the question is this really the solution to the numerous issues, particularly in the socio-economic, political, and cultural aspects here in Mindanao, particularly Muslim Mindanao? Will it really resolve the local divisions in the Bangsamoro? Will it really improve the state capacity in Muslim Mindanao? Is this an assurance that the national government will support the region as an autonomous political entity? Well, to answer these questions, I must really have multiple brains to give you a perspective regarding this matter. That's why I ask reliable individuals whom I believe could give us reliable perspectives regarding this issue. I'll be using their ideas and experiences for a stronger basis in answering the questions in general. With regards to the assurance of support from the national government for this newly established autonomous political entity, I would say yes, of course. The moment that the government has pushed and signed the bill into law is already a sign of support and backup to this political entity. Also, the term itself signifies that the government is committed to follow all the provisions stipulated in all articles and sections of the law, or else the government will become a violator itself, which is unconstitutional. Though Bangsamoro Organic Law legalizes the region as an autonomous political entity, it is still inseparable from the Philippine state, as the region is still supervised by the Philippine President to see to it that the Bangsamoro will abide faithfully and will not violate the supreme law of the land, which is the 1987 Philippine Constitution. More to the support of the government, it is stipulated in the newly signed law that the government has to allocate 5% annual grant back to its operations and programs. See? The government has no escape. According to my interview, in my chat interview, Jasmine Sarikala, the former regent of embassy system and young ambassador, she said in our chat interview that, let us give the chance to decide their own fate according to the constitutional framework of our country, and Bangsamoro Organic Law will be their basic legal tool, a possible solution to socio-economic, political, and cultural issue in the Bangsamoro community. Now, with regards to the local division and state capacity, whether it will resolve and improve, I myself is not so sure. This region is known to have political dynasties. That means there's still a big possibility that the region would still be governed by the same family of politicians. That is why I needed more brain backups to confirm what is in my mind at that moment. That is why I interviewed Mr. Marlon B. Lopez, Master in History, specializing in political dynasties, a former political history professor at MSU Tawi-Tawi, and now a teacher at Philippine Science High School Soxargen Regional Campus. He said that he himself has experienced the first-hand political dynasty. He expressed in our interview that politically, Barm is ruled by dynasties. They have been in power for a long time, yet no significant change in the locality. Culturally, the eyepiece is recognized in paper, but still dynastic rule didn't afford them equal political and economic opportunities. Professor Lopez even connected poverty to political power by saying that economically, poverty is pervasive, and I think The feudal system in BARM is intentionally structurizing poverty for the clientele politics. According to Philippine Statistics Authority, this region is one of the poorest provinces in the Philippines, based on the latest survey for the year 2020. By the way, clientele politics, as defined in the graduate thesis of Professor Lopez, means a member of the lower class is expected to show respect to upper class persons to provide him with small services in return of vote at the election time. As to the implementation of the law, he added that political dynasty is inside the BARM and it's difficult to escape from it. However, we need to take into consideration the religious and cultural aspect for familial rule in the locality, not just in BARM, even other localities in the Republic of the Philippines, also the same. Professor Marian has high hopes but also have qualms because still it is the people who will implement the law. I also solicited idea from a point of view of one Muslim, which also supported the point of Professor Lopez. According to Mr. Ahmad, Bangsamoro organic law will resolve the pre-existing conflict only if they break the barrier of power greed among the moral leaders, or else poor will remain poor and there will be no development at all, he added. However, I, Professor Lopez, and Mr. Ahmad are still opening the doors of hopes for the progressive and peaceful Bangsamoro region. As in my chat interview with Janana T. Solmayor, an AB Sociology graduate, she said that BOL is an effective solution to address the crisis in Mindanao. Thus, collaboration between the Bangsamoro and national government is needed to attain its goal as provided on the policies of the law. As a conclusion, the paper of BOL is a great way to improve the lives of Bangsamoro people, which is designed to all cultures in the region. But there is a condition. The political dynasty and clientele politics must be ended first. Because until the political dynasties in the region is active and people continue to engage into clientele politics, the state capacity will never change, but remain weak and controlled by familiar politicians. And the local division still will cause conflict. And that's my take for task number 4. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless our country. Bye!